welcome to a new vlog. I'm not really driving dead end road, and I'm following Santana and Simon. So we have just been show jumping and a tiny bit of dressage. We tried to load Santana this morning and it wasn't happening. We'd made a few steps forward, a few steps back. I have just been given the name of a behavioural specialist. So a very wise lady once said to me when Arch was a toddler, pick your battles. And this morning, just as we were starting to try to load her, someone rode past. There's sort of an entourage of ponies that come up and down our lane, and they all started coming up. So Santana's eyes were on stalks watching them go, and then they turned around on the corner and came back, and her brain was just elsewhere. So I said to Coco, let's just tack her up in a hack, it will be easier. So that's what we've done. So I'm just following them back now. I didn't chat to you while I was up there, but I will share a bit of footage. And I think the reason why I'm so excited is they have just had their first ever clear round. So she did 2 rounds. The first one, she had 2 refusals. Santana likes to look at everything. Coco's just, she's pointing at something at me. There's a little horse box, a mini horse box that she's just riding past, and I think she's saying, Mummy, I'd like one of those. Well, a girl can dream, can't she? I'm just going to close the window. So yeah, the first round they had a couple of stops, which was fine. They actually haven't done a round of show jumping since the last time we were up here, which I think was in January. Can't remember, but it was a while ago. And because we haven't been able to load her, she hasn't been to any training sessions. So actually, we were going in pretty much, cold turkey. And so just to have a couple of stops. And then they were looks, not really stops. They were just, I could see it happening. And then she just did a perfect clear round. And then they kindly let us go in and go around the dressage arena. Santana hasn't seen dressage whiteboards before. So they went and had a little trot around the dressage arena between classes. So it's just so lovely. We're so lucky to have it on our doorstep. And I thought, do you know what? If you don't ask, you don't get. I am getting braver in life. My mother always said to me, if you don't ask, you don't get. So I thought, do you know what? I'm just going to go and ask and say, is it possible between classes for my daughter to have a little ride round for her horse to see the dressage boards? And actually she was really good. So that's a huge positive. So an exciting start to the weekend. Yesterday wasn't such a good day. I actually spent the day with Gus in A&E. He's chipped a bone in his thumb. It's black and blue and really swollen. So we spent, 4 or 5 hours there. And then I had to take Florence to the vet after I got home. She has sprained, I think, her elbow, and she's a little bit lame. And I couldn't find anything. I couldn't see an obvious reason why. So the vets sweetly squidged her in for an appointment. So it was a day of medics. But anyway, yeah. Hopefully we don't have any more of those for a little while, and they continue to heal relatively swiftly. We've just got back in from doing the horses and had this incredible delivery from Dalesford on the doorstep for Mother's Day. We hope you enjoy your farmhouse breakfast hamper, ideal for breakfast in bed or a slow morning brunch. An organic selection includes some of the most popular items from our Cotswold farm, perfect for a special Mothering Sunday treat. It's so kind. So I've got sourdough, eggs, salted organic butter. I am obsessed with salted butter. If I accidentally I have unsalted for baking and things, and I actually had some on my toast the other day and I had to throw it away and start again because unsalted butter can ruin my day, so that is just perfect. Some organic raspberry jam, some organic whole milk, so I was like, I can't wait to try that. Some unsmoked streaky bacon, some apple juice, some orange juice, some tea, some coffee, and a beautiful, beautiful hamper bag, which is perfect for picnics. And you guys know I love a picnic, so what an absolute treat to come home to a bundle of goodies on the doorstep. Very, very exciting. I'm actually going to have a bit of a lazy afternoon. I'm feeling tired. It was a relatively early start, and sorry, the puppies are actually at the stage where they're wonderful, but they are hard work. And when I say hard work, it goes from Penny being totally in charge, looking after them, to suddenly they need attention, they need me, they need to run around the place, they need feeding and all of that jazz. So that is my cue to stop talking and to go and sort them out. But I wanted to share this delicious, delicious treat. I'm going to thoroughly enjoy that tomorrow. Really generous and really thoughtful. And it's just, as I say, it's always those little touches that make a big difference. And I think if you can do something thoughtful and lovely for somebody, you know, whether it's a mother or somebody special in your life. I know when you're watching this, Mother's Day will have been and gone, but it's just those little touches, phoning somebody, checking in with somebody, sending them a card or something. It's a really, really thoughtful thing and can make a big difference. So on that note, I'm going to go and tend to them, and I will chat to you probably tomorrow now. I thought I'd share with you quickly my outfit for today, Mother's Day. We're about to go to the golf club for lunch as a treat. No cooking for me, it's such a treat. They do the best roast beef there. So I've got my Hicks and Hyde, just my everyday handbag. It goes quite well with my little belt. I've got a cardigan just in case I need it. And then this dress, which you can't see the full length. I will show you. But it's from Kate Barton, and I wore for Christmas, and actually I think for New Year as well, the burgundy version of this dress, and I just love it. It's got elastic around the cuffs. It's a sort of mid-weight denim, so perfect autumn, winter, spring. Probably a bit too heavy going into you know, late spring, early summer and summer, but it's just a gorgeous dress. I don't think I can go back any further, but it's long. Hang on, I'm going to move you back and show you properly. That's a pile of name taping there, but that's a full length of the dress. So it's long and it's got pockets, and it's just really, really easy to throw on and wear. And again, it's one of those pieces that you can dress up, you can dress it down, and I can put a big sort of pearl necklace or a statement piece of jewellery. I've got some chunky gold bracelets for lunch today, and I'm just going to throw my cardigan over my shoulders and off we go to the golf club. I think I'm going to have roast beef and Yorkshire pudding. We are out for a Mother's Day hack. It is grey, it is gloomy, and it's drizzling, but can you hear that noise? The first of the lambs in Sussex that we have spotted are out in the field. Santana had not heard lambs before. She literally stopped in her tracks as if to say, "Mummy, what's all that about?" There she is, ears pricked forward. We had a really, really lovely lunch at the golf club. Roast beef, Yorkshire pudding, treacle tart and custard. Absolutely perfect, and such a treat not to have to cook or wash up today, and instead enjoy a ride with Coco. Sai came on his bike with Lola, but has turned around and headed for home to feed the dogs and hopefully do a bit of mucking out, but I'm not sure he will have done. In fact, we are doing a U-turn here and heading back, and actually we're going to trot, so I will chat to to you later. Good morning. We're off to Cheltenham today, which is hugely exciting. I'm just getting my Elizabeth Scarlet pouch and I'm going to put a few essentials in here while I get ready. The weather is revolting. It's really peeing with rain, which is a bit miserable. But anyhow, that's England for you. And I'm just going to start. So yes, I've blow dried my hair. I have popped my rollers in, which is probably a complete and utter waste of time. However, I've done it because I want my hair to look as nice as it possibly can look, even though I am going to be wearing a hat and the weather is disgusting. But we can start with a bit of effort. And if I look like a bedraggled rat by the end of the day, then that is absolutely fine. I ended up not vlogging yesterday because I had a crazy day. I think because I'm out all day today, I was playing catch up. And we had Mother's Day here in the UK on Sundays, you know, we went and had lunch at the golf club and I rode and I just thought, do you know what, I'm not doing any admin, I'm not doing any jobs today, I'm not making granola. So yesterday I made granola, I got orders packed up, went to the post office, actually had a photo shoot with wonderful Sophie, my photographer, who comes, she probably comes once a month, something like that, and just get some snaps. But actually she didn't come in February, she was away and I had so much going on, so I didn't get that photo session in, but it was really lovely to see her yesterday. And then I took, sorry, the shower's dripping, then I took all the puppies and Florence to the vet. The puppies needed to be weighed and Florence was just having her paw checked. We don't know what has caused it, and because she's still feeding, she can only have like the equivalent of paracetamol, so that's fine. She's not squealing in pain, she's not licking at her paw. I think it's from scratching, and I think it's like repetitive strain, a little bit like tennis elbow or something like that. So that's my guess. Hang on, I'm just sorry about the dripping shower noise, that's really annoying. And Si's doing breakfast. I have just ironed him a shirt because the one that he wanted to wear, of course, wasn't ready. I'm just using this Swede powder, but I don't like to have too much powder, so I just use the lid. Yeah, so yesterday I was just sort of running around. I wanted to vlog taking the puppies to the vet, however, they were so noisy and I took longer in the post office than I thought, so I was a little bit tight on time. So I didn't chat. I didn't end up chatting to you at all yesterday. I'm going to take that brush and I'm going to take that in my handbag. Oh, I've got a little lip hack that I learnt the other day. I don't really use lip liner. However, if you just you should always do up towards your Cupid's bow, just a little bit here and here. I need to get up, don't I? And a little bit here. It just gives your lips a little bit of definition. And actually, I might take this one today because I might do a mixture. Yeah, so Si's doing breakfast for the children. We are not doing the school run. Our friend is doing the school run this morning, so it's perfect. We can just hit the road, and I want to get to Cheltenham as early as possible. We normally actually stay with a friend. However, with the puppies and with everything going on at the moment, I've got a hair down my back, which is tickling me. With the puppies and everything at the moment, we are not going to stay with our friends. We are just going down in a day, which actually is what we did last year. I love Cheltenham. I think it's one of my favourite days racing. It's always a great atmosphere. I don't love a wet Cheltenham, and you can just hear how wet it is out there. Car going through a big puddle. And I think that's Si coming up, so I'm going to stop vlogging for a minute and I will chat to you a little bit later. Gus needed paracetamol, so he, well, in fact, I should hear from the fracture clinic today about his thumb, but he's being very brave. Right, I need to do a bit of this and a bit of that. So, yes, my outfit is cobbled together with a bit of vintage, a bit of secondhand, a bit of my grandmother, a bit of all sorts, which is quite fun. But yeah, I love Cheltenham. And actually this black top, I will leave link down below. They are really good as just like everyday t-shirts, but also underneath. They're the most softest cotton and just really lovely. I'm wearing a black cashmere roll neck because I want to stay cozy, but these are, this company is called Lavender Hill England, and really soft. They come in various different sort of neutral colours, and yes, so that is what I'm wearing underneath my cashmere as my base layer, because Cheltenham is on a hill and it's always really windy, and you need to wrap up, so I'm going to wear cashmere socks, and I've got my tights on already. I'm wearing a Gucci skirt which is pre-loved, cashmere roll neck from the House of Brewer, this base layer. I'm wearing granny's fur and a chocolate sort of vintage clutch, which is just really easy and handy. So that is my outfit, but I will show you my complete look and I will take you along and share with you as much as I possibly can today. We're with friends, and so you know, I have to sort of not be like a crazy vlogger, but I will do my best. I'm actually really looking forward to seeing our friends. We go every year with Tim. Tim is one of Simon's oldest friends. They were at school together, and his gorgeous wife Nikki. And I haven't seen them. Actually, I don't think I've seen them since last year. Si's been to stay a few times and I've been invited to go, but with children and animals and things like that, I haven't been able to go. So I'm really looking forward to seeing them. Anyway, I'm going to crack on and get ready and hit the road. In fact, we're leaving, yeah, in 10 minutes. So we're 24 minutes from Cheltenham, which is really exciting. It is actually just over there. Si's doing some rather erratic bumpy driving, so I think my hands were shaking. Darling, can you drive steady please?
Bumps in the road.
Bumps in the road. But I started the journey, I started the driving, and Si was working, then we swapped over. I had a little snooze, and then I've been working for the last sort of 45 minutes, catching up on emails, making some phone calls, all that jazz. But I am very pleased to report it stopped peeing with rain. It was grim. It was so grim that actually I said to Si, he's got these sort of gardening shoes, we call them his galoshes. I said, are you actually going to wear your galoshes to Cheltenham? He said, I might do. And I put my wellies in the boot. I don't think that's going to be necessary, but when we left home, it was totally necessary, so we will see. But at the moment, it's not raining, which is very exciting. We've had a pretty good drive, haven't we? And we've just been catching up on a whole load of jobs, admin, replying to messages, bit of chatting, and I always love a little bit of a snooze in the car. I put my heated seat on, put the seat back. Have I been snoring, darling? Have I been snoring? No, not this morning. Anyhow, nearly there. And I always get so excited. I love Cheltenham. I absolutely love it. It's so much fun, and it's even fun if it's peeing with rain. Darling, what have you spotted?
Steam train, very exciting.
It's very exciting. There's a steam train, and no, you can't see. There's a steam train that takes people into the race course, and Si's just spotted it. He didn't realise it was a thing. I've seen it before, but it's the first time Si spotted it. It's such a lovely sight. And what did you say? Is it a Pullman, an old Pullman
Well, at the end
carriage?
of the Pullman carriage.
Yeah.
Dining car.
I've just watched a couple of helicopters land, and now the steam train's steaming ahead, and we are stuck in traffic. I know, amazing.
Yeah, it's an 18th century tack locker from Milton Bowley.
Really? So they'd have hung all the bridles
Yeah,
in
yeah,
it,
yeah,
and they
yeah.
had all the little plaques from
Lord of O'Neill, and we've all been caught in Chianti Classico. And then famous bridge and old Eldorado Allen from Excelsis and another crooner. A meeting of the water and Kitty's light. And then Run Wild Fred in the Maroon Jigginstown search from McGoffer and Chevrolet. Stumptown's being bustled along. He's lost a bit of ground, dark green and yellow. He's in the last group of 4 or 5 and company with Monvic Genius, who gets a reminder. Victorino and Chambard have made a little headway, and Bustleton is being...
Lovely day at Cheltenham yesterday, and actually I've got this on. I thought I would share it with you. I bought another coat. I know, I got a green one last week and I got a blue one this week. This is from Guinea, London, and I bought a navy overcoat from them last year. This was in the sale. I have just thrown the tag away. I think it was £245. I didn't pay that, don't worry. I paid 90 something, like 94 or something, 95. And it's just a perfect length. But what I love about it, this is detachable, faux fur, but it can be like a little underlayer. Like it folds up into nothing, and I can wear it under like my big shooting like tweed coat. So that was an exciting, unexpected, not completely necessary purchase from yesterday. And I got myself a cream cashmere roll neck from the, like, he has like, sorry, I've just shut the dogs outside because I've literally just walked back in, so they're barking in the garden, but they can carry on barking in the garden. I got myself a creamy cashmere roll neck. I don't have one that colour, so I thought, why not? And I got the children a few bits, and I have just been to Petworth to meet the solicitor to start the ball rolling with all of the dad stuff. And I'm probably looking a bit drained and a bit tired, and I'm feeling it. And at the moment I'm trying to do like one lovely thing each week, because everything else is a little bit challenging right now. And today's been pretty grim. And I'm gonna try not to cry, but it's been pretty grim. But yesterday was so lovely. Cheltenham, I just love it. It's a highlight of my year. We always go with the same friends. They kindly invite us, and Simon was at school with him, and it's just the best day ever. A delicious, wonderful lunch, racing, great company, bumped into some old friends. I bumped into some of you guys. I saw some lovely brands that I work with. The girls at Peachy Belt are just awesome. And I literally threw my outfit together last minute because I've been comfort eating and everything that's a little bit tight. Trying not to comfort eat so much because it's not great. But anyway, that's another story. But I was wearing a pre-loved Gucci skirt which matched my lovely hat from Hicks and Brown. I'm going to get the hat, it's here. Here's my hat. So my skirt matched my hat, and then I just went for a black cashmere roll neck, and then I wouldn't have normally done this. I would have gone for like a black jacket. I was wearing black boots, but I thought, you know what, I'm just going to try Granny's fur on with it, and it worked. And I was like, this is my outfit, this is what I'm going to wear. So that is what I wore, and I felt great. We were so lucky with the weather. It didn't rain. We were so lucky. It was brilliant. And so, you know, we had a gorgeous day yesterday, and then quite emotional going through everything with the solicitor. She was so lovely, so lovely. We ended up having a hug at the end. She was so kind, and I wasn't expecting it to be emotional, but it was. And then house clearance. I'm just going to give the most enormous shout out to the Junk Monkey, and I'm going to leave their details linked down below, because if you ever need to do house clearance, they mainly cover sort of London and the southwest, but he is great, and it's worth getting in touch with Will. He has been so kind, and he was recommended to me by my bestest friend, and her husband has been going as well to sort Dad's home out, and it's just been really lovely knowing that I've got people that I can trust doing it, because Dad was a hoarder. There's a lot of stuff, and it wasn't something that I would have been capable of doing myself. I mean, it would have taken me months, and it wasn't an option. It was a job for the professionals. The puppies are just waking up, they've been asleep. It was a job for the professionals, and Will, who runs Bellman's Auctioneers here in Sussex, and I've done various things with Will on YouTube, and Will came and did a member club Zoom. So my members club, we have a monthly Zoom with me, and then some months, not every month, I get a guest speaker to come and talk to us, and Will came as our January guest to talk about antiques, auctions, how it works buying furniture at auction. But he also talked about something which was really, really vital, and that's what to do when a parent dies. Now, I didn't realise when we had this Zoom that this was going to be so unbelievably relevant to me. But Will talked about house clearance, selling furniture at auction. He talked about the process. He talked about not falling out with family members. Tensions can run high, things can get emotional. He's like, it's not worth a fallout, let it go. And his words of wisdom have been so invaluable. I know to quite a few members that have got in touch and said that was so helpful, but to me also. And Will at the Junk Monkey has just made this process so much easier for me. It is I didn't realise, and I'm really going to try not to cry, I didn't realise how unbelievably painful it is throwing your parents' life away. It's a horrid process, and Will has made it a gazillion times better and easier than it would have been any other way. And he's a really lovely, kind of cheerful, upbeat chap. And he was like, you're sounding really upbeat today, Charlie, so I don't really want to tell you this, but we do need to have this conversation. And we're talking about Dad's car and what to do with it. And, you know, it's been an emotional roller coaster, and it has taken, because Dad kept a lot of paperwork, so the sheer volume of paper it's taken longer a longer process than we were hoping it was going to be, and yeah, but it's been painful, and we're getting there. And the solicitor today was great, and so I'm just slowly doing things and being kind to myself. And so having a wonderful day yesterday and then dealing with some serious stuff today has been helpful. I've got somebody popping over now quickly, and then I think I'm going to take the dogs for a walk and just get out. I find actually fresh air, exercise, going for a walk, being out with in nature so helpful and kind of grounding at the moment, and just keeping things level. So I'm going to have a quick cup of hot water with a squeeze of lemon juice. So exciting, isn't it? And then when this friend's left, go and just have a walk, clear my head before the school run. I'm having a good walk with the dogs, and it always lifts my mood. I think there's nothing quite like fresh air. They're all off the lead. Tess is behind me. She'll catch up, but they're all running ahead and actually getting pretty filthy. They're probably going to need a bath when they get home, or certainly a rub down with a towel. I keep an old dog towel by the front door so I can rub the dogs down when we get back from a walk. But I'm feeling more positive. I'm not going to cry. And actually, today, although it was a bit emotional and sort of slightly unexpectedly emotional, but I've started the ball rolling, I've started the process, and that's a good feeling. Sometimes it's just starting that can be a bit daunting, but I've started it, and that's exciting. So I'm going to focus on all the positive things, enjoy the rest of the walk with my dogs, and I need to do an early school run unexpectedly because Gus has, I don't know if I've told you this, I've probably told you this 20 times, but he has broken his thumb, and I'm waiting for the fracture clinic to call with an appointment and a plan of action. Here come the little two. That is Penny and Tess. Florence and Lola are running ahead, but yeah, I'm waiting for the fracture clinic to call, and we will see whether they'll keep it in a splint or whether they want to plaster it or what they're going to do. Who knows? But yeah, so I need to go and pick him up earlier because he's off sport. Good morning from my bathroom and a crazy bit of hair, but I've got a couple of updates for you. This is dreamy. It's really unbelievably dreamy. I have been using it every day since I last shared it with you, and it is the most beautiful cleanser in the evening. For the last few nights, I wanted to take my makeup off with you and show it in action. So I use it on dry skin, so literally like with my makeup on. I take my eye makeup off using micellar water. Let me get it and show you. Okay, let's talk through the evening routine. So I use one of these. These are Garnier reusable pads. This one is possibly like a year old. They just go in the washing machine. I wash them with my towels and they just come out as good as new. And then I use micellar water. I only use this one. I tried using the other one that was like a bit more bougie, and it actually gave me an eye infection, so I've just stuck with a regular one. That works really well, taking off all the eye makeup. And then on a dry face I massage this in and I just get all balmy with it, and then using a flannel I take it off. Now, before I was using this, I've been using this, and this is probably like my third or fourth one. This is similar. This is the luxury version. This is the more reasonable, inexpensive version. I think this is like £13-14, something like that. You can buy it online. You can buy it, I think, in big boot stores. It's getting around. It's quite available, like to buy on the high street. And actually, I double cleanse using those two. But since I've been using this, like, this is just dreamy. It's like a luxury massage in a cleanser. It's like a lovely dreamy experience, whereas this is just your bog standard, very good experience, but dreamy. And recently, so I was also sent this. So this is part of a collaboration with Elizabeth Scarlett that's available at John Lewis's. And this I have been adding in. So this is your Glow Primer Moisturiser. But because I use an SPF every day, I've been putting a little bit of this in with my SPF and then onto my skin. So that is what I've got on right now. So that is nude face. So you can see I've got nothing on. The rash is getting so much better. So that's my stress rash, which I think we're on the way out of. I really do. Hopefully it's getting better. It started on this side and it's now clearing up. And this is the new blouse from John Lewis's I was talking to you about in last week's vlog. Let me show you. That is it. Just really kind of comfy, easy, and I've just put a little vest on because I just don't like being too booby. And it's not too low, it's not inappropriate, but if I were to bend over, people might be able to see more than I would like them to see. So I've just put a vest on underneath, and actually it's not that warm today. Like, we're in double digits, but it could go either way. So I thought actually I could put a cardigan over the top of this, but I'm trying to embrace spring as much as possible. So I am going to crack on, put the rest of my face on, put my makeup on and get going for the day. But I thought I'd just jump on here and show you and talk to you about that because it's dreamy. I am really excited to share this with you, and I'm halfway through putting it on, but I wanted just to show you the design detail in this. So it's from Kate Barton and I just love it. I love it. Don't you have that problem with belts when you lose the bitty here and it's never quite in the right place and it can easily fall off? She's attached it and you can move it on this and it's never going to go anywhere. Oh, Santana's hooning around out there. So this is the most fabulous shirt, dress / coat, summer coat. It can be worn in so many different ways, and I love a versatile piece of clothing. So look, you can just move it along so you've got that in the right place, which is just so clever. Now you know me, love a collar up. I don't like it when I see shirt dresses buttoned right up to the top like that with the collar down. I don't know why, it just gives me the ick. It's not a look that I personally like, but that is what it is like if you were to wear it like that. But I like to wear it with a couple of buttons. We don't want to reveal too much, and I love just to pop my collar up. Now again, talking about design detail, the piping on the pockets just adds that little bit extra to a garment. And I think because my background is fashion and dressmaking and dress design, I notice these little details, and it is the perfect length, which you can't see because you are too high. I'm going to move you back. There, I think that is better. You can get a full length, just about. So it is the perfect length. I'm actually quite short. I'm 5'5", so this with heels is perfect. This with my Superga platform trainers would also be perfect. This is something that, and actually I could wear it with flat trainers and it would just be long, and that's fine. I like the long look. I'm not mad about that kind of length. I find that it's a little bit of a dodgy length. I like, if something's going to be maxi, I want it to be long. But imagine this in the summer with a white pair of jeans underneath and a beautiful little silk cami open. I'm not going to open it now because I would reveal everything. But you could just unbutton it. You could take this off. You don't have to wear it with this at all. You could take that off and you could just leave it open and flowing. You could even just throw this on over a bikini and go for lunch. It's such a versatile piece. I actually think with grandma's pearl necklace, I've got a beautiful double strand of pearls which I often wear, with a pearl necklace and a beautiful cashmere cardi thrown over my shoulders to go out in the evening with a pair of heels. See, I've got my jigsaw green olive suede shoes on. Just a really, really great piece, and I'm thrilled with it. Kate Barton sweetly sent this to me because I've shared a few of their other dresses. So the denim one is the one that I wore for Mother's Day, but I was quite rushed when I showed it to you. But this is the Kate Barton dress, which I bought because I loved the rich cord burgundy dress that I wore for Christmas. I wore that so much over the festive period and I loved it, and I got so many compliments that I bought this because it's just really nice to put one thing on and not be. And so I said to my cousin, we were so rushed when we had our family Christmas because I was catering. I had a catering job that day as well. I had to deliver all the food and do the horses in the morning, and I had zero time to think of what I was wearing. I just threw that dress on and left, and it was perfect. Put a pair of boots on, put the dress on, and out the door. And this is the same, you know, you can just be in a hurry and just throw on a dress and go, whereas when you're putting an outfit together and you're like, oh, like my Cheltenham outfit, luckily that outfit just came together really, really quickly because the hat matched my skirt, and then I thought I'm going with black because it works, and then I just grabbed grandma's fur. But sometimes you can be like a dress, a top, a this, a wrap, or whatever, whereas when you're just putting one item on, it's so much easier. So I was thrilled when they asked me to choose a piece from their spring summer collection. I know that I'm going to wear this to death and I'm going to get so much wear out of it. And Kate's clothes are beautifully designed. They're really thoughtful, quite unusual pieces. I don't like to follow a trend. So I was chatting to somebody at Cheltenham. She was like, you just see the same look going past. So many people are just in the same look. I like to be me. I like to wear clothes that I feel good in, that are going to be like timeless classics that I can wear in lots of different ways. Like that Gucci skirt that I wore for Cheltenham, I could wear that. I'm just going to take my shoes off because I'm quite high. I could wear that Gucci skirt for an evening out. I can wear it to the races. I could wear it for Christmas. I could wear it in lots of different ways, and my clothes need to work for me. I would much rather buy one or two investment pieces each season than lots of trendy stuff that, you know, in a year's time isn't going to be what people are wearing, and you're like, why did I spend money on that? So that's how I think about shopping, and hopefully me sharing that is helpful for you guys and you can relate. A few key pieces I think that are designed and cut and fit really well, like something like this and those dresses. And also they're quite forgiving as well. Like it doesn't matter if you've overindulged at lunch, like particularly that dress for Christmas. It didn't matter if I had seconds and thirds and had, you know, all the stuff. I wasn't going to be uncomfortable because it's just a comfy item to wear. I don't like it when you've got clothes on that are too restrictive. Quite funny about my tummy, and I don't like things too tight. So anyway, that is that. Now I need to go to a food shop, which I haven't, I can't actually remember when I last did a food shop. We've been living off things from the freezer, so I'm about to go to the supermarket and do that. And then I'm actually bringing Coco home today to ride here. Normally I'd be taking Santana to school, but that's not happening yet, although I've got somebody coming at the weekend, which is very exciting, and hopefully he's going to resolve our loading issues. I'm bringing Coco home to ride here this afternoon, which actually will be really lovely, and and that would be good. And so far it's a nice dry day, which is even better. It's been so wet and so miserable and everything's a bit waterlogged, so hopefully she has, in fact I've booked Di to give her a lesson, so she's going to have a lesson. But Santana, I think, is feeling that spring is in the air. She's hooning around out there. You know, when you have one of those days. The window cleaner arrived. He wanted to chat. The fracture clinic called about Gus's thumb, and I didn't get to do my food shop. So I'm going to go and do that in a minute. But Coco is having her lesson with Di, and so I'm going to leave them to it. Head to the supermarket and do that, and come back. But anyway, I hope that you have enjoyed this week's vlog, and thank you so much for tuning in. If you are new around here, please hit the subscribe button. The more the merrier. You are all welcome, and ring the bell to be notified of my weekly videos. There's Colin, and I will see you next week. In the meantime, I'm sending lots of love, and have a very happy weekend.